गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिके। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, The Glories of Devotional Service, and text number 1. Shaunaka Uvacha Kapilastatva-sankhyaता Bhagavanatma-mayaya Jataha Swayam Ajah Sakshat Atma-pradnyaptaye nrinam. Shaunaka Uvacha Kapilatatva-sankhyaता Bhagavanatma-mayaya Jataha Swayam Ajah Sakshat Atma-pradnyaptaye nrinam. Shaunaka Uvacha Kapilastatva-sankhyaता Bhagavanatma-mayaya Jataha Swayam Ajah Sakshat Atma-pradnyaptaye nrinam. Shaunaka Uvacha. Sri Shaunaka said, Kapilaha, Lord Kapila, Tattva, of the truth, Sankhyata, the expounder, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of a Godhead, Atma Mayaya, by his internal potency, Jataha, took birth, Swayam, himself, Ajaha, unborn, Sakshat, in person, Atma Pradnyaptaye, to disseminate transcendental knowledge, Nridam, for the human race. Translation and purport by His Loving Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation. Sri Shaunaka said, although he is unborn, the Supreme Personality of a Godhead took birth as a Kapila Muni. By his internal potency, he descended to disseminate transcendental knowledge for the benefit of the whole human race. The word Atma Pradnyaptaye indicates that the Lord descends for the benefit of the human race to give transcendental knowledge. Material necessities are quite sufficiently provided for in the Vedic knowledge, which offers a program for a good living conditions and gradual elevation to the platform of a goodness. In the mode of a goodness, one is knowledge. One's knowledge expands. On the platform of passion, there is no knowledge. For passion is simply an impetus to enjoy material benefits. On the platform of ignorance, there is no knowledge and no enjoyment, but simply life, almost like that of animals. The Veds are meant to elevate one from the mode of ignorance to the platform of a goodness. When one is situated in the mode of a goodness, he is able to understand knowledge of the soul or transcendental knowledge. This knowledge cannot be appreciated by any ordinary man. Therefore, since a disciplic succession is required, this knowledge is expounded either by the Supreme Personality of a Godhead himself or by his bona fide devotee. Shaunaka Muni also states here that Kapila, the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of a Godhead, took birth or appeared simply to appreciate and disseminate transcendental knowledge, simply to understand that one is not matter but spirit soul. Aham Brahmasmi, I am by nature Brahman, is not sufficient knowledge for understanding the self and his activities. One must be situated in the activities of a Brahman. Knowledge of those activities is explained by the Supreme Personality of a Godhead himself. Such a transcendental knowledge can be appreciated in human society but not in animal society. As clearly indicated here by the word nrinam for the human beings. Human beings are meant for regulated life. By nature, there is a regulation in animal life also, but that is not like the regulative life as described in the scriptures or by the authorities. Human life is regulated life, not animal life. In regulated life, only can one understand transcendental knowledge. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवाञ्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथन्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। शौनक उवाच कपिलतत्त्वसङ्ख्याता भगवानात्ममायया जातः स्वयं अजः साक्षात् प्रज्ञप्तये नृणाम्। Sri Shaunaka said, although he is unborn, the Supreme Personality of a Godhead took birth as a Kapila Muni by his internal potency. He descended to disseminate transcendental knowledge for the benefit of the whole human race. So in this verse, the purpose of Lord Kapila's appearance as explained by Shaunaka Rishi. There are few things that he clearly mentions about, that he appears by his own internal potency. Bhagavan Atma Mayaya. So Lord, whenever he appears into this material world or comes to this material world, he comes by his own accord, by his own potency. Second thing, he says that he is a Swayam and Ajaha. Aja is unborn, and Jataha. Jata means he takes birth. Even though he is unborn, still he takes birth. For what? Sakshat Pradnyaptaye Nrinam. Personally, he want to give the knowledge of Atma or Atma Pradnyapta Truptaye, the knowledge of self-realization. And whom he want to give? Nrinam, for the human beings. And then in the purport, Prabhupada explains mainly about Nrinam, human being. Lord appears to this material world for the benefit of the human race. Jivera karane loini avatar lila koilo savistar. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his one of the songs, he said, why Lord comes to this material world? Jivera karane, for the living entities. And here also it is explained. Sakshat Atma Pradnyaptaye Nrinam, to give this knowledge to the whole human race. If already Vedas are given here, and they are meant for the gradual elevation of human being, bringing them to the mode of a goodness and qualifying them to perform devotional service, then why Lord has to come if he has given Vedas? But Vedic process or Vedic knowledge, as explained here, Prabhupada says that material necessities are quite sufficiently provided for in the Vedic knowledge, which offers a program for good living conditions and gradual elevation to the platform of goodness. It's the gradual path. The Vedic process is a gradual path. But in this age of Akali, or especially as the age gets advanced, like Satya Yuga, then Dwapar, then Treta, and then Kali. Generally, in particular cycle, it has come as a Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali. But generally, it comes as a Satya, Dwapar, Treta, and Kali. So here, specifically, Lord has descended to the world so that he can give a rapid process or a fast process through which the living entities can go back to God. And that process is Tattva Sankhyaka. That is Sankhya Yoga, the devotional service to the Lord. And who can understand that? Human beings. Because in the human form of a life, one can try and develop the mode of a goodness. Because in the mode of goodness, one's knowledge gets expanded. In the mode of a passion, there is no knowledge. Then forget about the mode of ignorance. The mode of ignorance is itself because there is no knowledge. That's why it is called as ignorance. So on the platform of ignorance, there is no knowledge. and there is no enjoyment also. But simply the life is like almost like animals. You must have seen people who are standing on the roadside here. For days together, they don't take bath because that facility is not available for them. And even though the facility is also available, they don't want to take it also. That's the mode of ignorance. Do we think these people can take up Krishna consciousness by their own? Do they able to cultivate knowledge about the spirituality by their own? It's not possible. It's just because of the causeless mercy of some pure devotee. They may get some chance to taste some prasadam sometime, and that may purify them. And then only it is possible for them to render service to the Lord. And Vedas are meant for that actually. They are meant to elevate someone from the mode of goodness to the mode of passion. And that's why there is a Karma Kand, Jnana Kand, and Upasana Kand is given. If someone understands that and follows it for his life, then definitely it gives a proper result, what it's supposed to be. So what are the symptoms of the person who is in the mode of goodness? He always strives for that knowledge which can put him on the higher level of consciousness. He always tries to associate with the people who are in that particular mode or in that particular process. And to elevate someone from the material mode of a goodness to the Vishuddha Sattva, where there is no contamination at all. Because in the mode of a goodness, there is a contamination because there is this enjoyment of happiness and knowledge. But when one situated in a Vishuddha Sattva, there is no other enjoyment than the actual enjoyment. And the actual enjoyment is there because Jiva is engaged in his natural propensities. And the natural propensity of Jiva is to serve the Lord. As per his bhava, as per his mood, or as per his natural ability. And that's why just knowing ourselves as Aham Brahmasmi will not help you. It's okay, it's the neophyte stage where you can understand that you are not this body but spirit, soul. But how long you can be on the neophyte stage? If you want to go back home, back to Godhead, you have to improve yourself, you have to step up. And how that step up happens, or stepping up happens, if you associate with the mature devotees and discuss with them about Krishna Katha, then it will work out. Otherwise, making tangible progress in spiritual life is not that easy. You may be around for 20 years, 25 years, but that not necessitated that you are qualified to go back home, back to God. You may, it may take some time. But to make it rapid and instant, Lord has created the association of devotees. If you associate with the elevated people and discuss with them about the Krishna Katha and the intricacies of understanding the different pastimes of the Lord, then one day it becomes easy for us to elevate ourselves on the mode of Shuddha Sattva. Then further here Prabhupada says, why it is not necessary to understand just Aham Brahmasmi? Because after knowing Aham Brahmasmi, you may consider yourself as a Brahman or Para Brahman. As explained in the Bhagavad Gita, Brahman is the stage where soul attains his purity. Because on that particular platform, he sees everyone on an equal plane. He consider everyone as a soul. He never differentiate them on the bodily platform. And that makes him eligible to go further and understand that who he is actually. If he is a soul, then that soul must be having some responsibility, some engagement. Even thou, at this moment, soul is engaged in this body and he's so much active, then what he must be doing when he gets liberated from this body? And to know about that activity is devotional knowledge required. And that knowledge comes either by Lord himself, he comes and explains that, or his bona fide representative. Because both they have the experience. Lord has the experience of taking service from the living entities, and the acharyas or predecessor devotees, they have experience of rendering service to the Lord. So if you come in contact with either of them, definitely that will help you to make a progress in your spiritual life. Prabhupada says here, one must be situated in the activities of a Brahman. Knowledge of those activities is explained by the Supreme Personality of a Godhead, and such a transcendental knowledge can be appreciated in the human society, but not in the animal society. Up now, this knowledge of science of self-realization, who will take it seriously? Only Nridam, the human beings. Human beings who are really attached for the spiritual life, only they can take this knowledge. Not everyone. Because in nature, there are regulations for animals also, and they never cross these regulations, they follow it. But that does not give them elevation to the mode of goodness. But the regulative principles, what are given in the human form of a life, can lead that living entity to develop mode of goodness and cross even the mode of goodness of this material world. And he can attain that pure goodness or Shuddha Sattva. And that's why this knowledge has explained to the human being. Human life is its regulated life, not an animal life. In regulated life only one can understand the transcendental knowledge. And that's why there are so many rules and regulations are explained in the scripture to follow it and achieve the ultimate goal of life. Hare Krishna. So any question, any comment?
Finally, three mode of nature also we have to cross.
Yeah, Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Nildandva Nitya Sattvasto. One should get out of the duality of this material world. Why that is duality is created? Because of the modes of material nature. There is always combinations of modes of material nature that creates this dvandva, duality.
Same thing, same as for yugas also not helping.
See, each yuga has given a process. If you follow that process, that yuga will help you to.
For yugas also not good for the land.
For?
Not good for yugas. It's not good
Why?
because
What is the problem?
whatever the yugas we took birth, we have to do sadhana and go back to God.
Definitely.
Then finally is whatever the yugas also it not help. We have to do something.
Yuga will help, because yuga will give you the particular process.
So, yeah, if following the process, that means we will get that.
Definitely.
Otherwise, it's not helping the yuga. Even though we are in the Satya Yoga, but we are not.
You may be with the Lord, maybe.
It's not help.
But unless and until you do your sadhana, like Prabhupada says that you have to fly your own plane. If you are not, who can save you?
That means not yoga, not whatever the things were available.
Na kalaha. Kala includes everything. What is most important? Mana. Aham jano me sukha dukkha hetu na devatatma na graha karma kala. Kala means this Satya, Treta, Dwapar, you call these things. Even they are not having much effect on you. They will not affect you. But what is having more effect on your spiritual progress or consciousness is your mind. And that's why Lord says again and again and again in the Bhagavad Gita. Every chapter he reminds, engage your mind in me. Engage your mind in me.
Just before come to the class, I just saw one people just complaining. Just 14 months. Oh, soul is one, but mind is many.
Huh?
Soul is one,
Hmm.
and mind is many.
See, there are so many foolish
So,
people
so
around.
I
They
just
have
saw
their
one,
own understanding
and
and own
somebody says
conception.
there is no mind. You know, somebody says that preaching there is no mind. Somebody saying there is no soul. That means no soul, no? Only mind. It's the world is going.
That's why it is said, na, Lord, he comes personally or he sends his authoritative person to give this knowledge. Because any Tom, Dick, Harry can come up and he says, I am God and listen to me. Any person will come and he will start, no need to follow anyone, but follow me. What that's nonsense. No need for you to have a guru and he becomes a guru for everyone. These things need to be understood because these are people who creates mess up in the system.
They are just also giving the proof from the Vedas.
What? Where is the proof? Veda never denies the acceptance of Guru. Saguru meva abhigachyat. Vedas clearly says that if you want to attain the spiritual knowledge, you should go to the Guru. Here if you don't know the road, you have to follow the Google Guru. Then what to speak of your spiritual life?
They are quoting one verse, but its meaning is different, and they are just.
That is misinterpretation. No? That is their own understanding. That's why they are not bona fide. You can't accept them like that.
People are. I'm just saying. People are thinking like that.
Yes, so we have to be very, very strict in following our own principles. Otherwise, we will also get deviated by their flowery language. When he speaks so nicely. People get mesmerized. So one has to be very careful whom we listen and what we listen. Because sometimes that itself will shake your faith. Gradually, slow by slow, it's like a slow poisoning. Not affect now, but it will give effect in future. So one has to be very careful.
Mayavadi Bhasya Sundhi
Oh, Sarvanash. One has to be very careful. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Thank you very much.